I had this conversation when I talked to Kyle Prep. Like sometimes you stand across from a guy and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, what am I
Fuck,
about?
why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I doing
And then when you get your hands on him, you're like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. But like that first,
this? Oh man, yeah.
there's like 30 seconds when you see the guy like flex his pec, and you're like, oh fuck, what the fuck is
Fuck. Do you remember when I fought fucking way back in the amateur days? Tim Bean Blossom was the guy's name.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Short fucking jack dude too, like a similar build to Rex Harris. And I smashed him too.
How do you feel when you do you still get like a little bit of intimidation by physicality anymore, or is that kind of thing in the past?
Um, I don't know, man. It's funny. You always like. It seems like it should be like an amateur fighter thing to
Yeah.
like talk about how the guy looked at weigh-ins, but people still do it, man. I'm fucking 14 professional fights in, and like you still do it at the weigh-ins. Be like, oh, he looks kind of soft, or he looks tucked down, or he's not as big as I thought he was going to be. Like, guys still say it.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the psychology of the sport. I think it's like you're trying to find any chink in the armor to give yourself
Exactly.
a psychological or physical edge, and sometimes like it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Like I
Yeah.
remember the last guy I fought when we watched his tape, he was fucking fat, and we were like, "Oh, okay, we'll take this fight. He's fat."
Yeah.
Then he
Yeah.
fucking showed up to the weigh-in, he just chiseled the shit. I'm like, "Ah, Jesus
Yeah. Like,
Christ!"
guy got his diet under control
Yeah, he
now.
got his diet under control just to fight me, you know.
Yeah.
So anything coming up for Bellator yet, or is it still it's still all new, so it's still in the works?
Yeah, still in the works, still looking. They were trying to get me on a card in Paris, actually, May 6th. I don't know if that's happening anymore, so just waiting to hear.
Well, we might be in a war by then, so you may not be able to
Yeah, that's
fight.
what I'm thinking. I don't really want to fly over that. I know it's like a totally different part of Europe and whatever, but
Yeah,
I don't really want to fly that way.
I mean, given that, I mean, I want like that's another topic we can touch, even though I wasn't planning on it. Like, what do you think about different? Like, it's not happening in MMA yet, and I hope it doesn't come here. But like, given this crisis that's happening with this war, and there, I feel like it's unfairly targeting some Russian athletes. Like they have nothing to do with what's going on.
Yeah, I
And
heard they like banned some athletes from something, maybe the Olympics or
yeah,
something. I don't know what I heard.
and I mean, Olympics is one thing because they were fucking juicing to the gills for the Olympics.
Yeah.
But I mean, other sports they're kind of ridiculing Russian athletes, and I don't agree with because they, to be quite honest, they don't have fucking anything to do with what's going on.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not it's a political issue, but what do you feel about that? And I'm hoping it doesn't spread into MMA where MMA guys lose fights, and because like we were just talking about, money's tight for a lot of fighters.
Hmm. Hmm.
So losing a fight based on something that the president of your fucking country is doing, it seems
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man. It's all political shit, I guess, right? Like, I don't know what they think that's going to accomplish. Like, Putin's not going to stop doing what he's doing because some of his athletes can't compete somewhere. I don't think he
yeah.
gives a shit about that. So, yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
It seems to me it's just some bunch of virtue signaling stuff because I know like Peter Yan. He's having trouble getting his corner to the states to corner him for a big title fight. I mean, like these are situations like I understand what's going on, but these are they're athletes. They're competing. Like this is it shouldn't be that way, but it's kind of crossing over to that way. And I mean, I hope that like bigger organizations like Bellator that you're fighting in now actually get some of the athletes out of there
Hmm.
beforehand to save
Yeah,
those
for
fights.
sure. For sure.
Like if, for example, if you're gonna fight some Russian guy from Russia, like fly his ass out 2 months before to make sure he's,
That's where he's getting there. Exactly.
yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, it affects the North American guys too, right? Like if
Yep.
those guys can't
Yep.
fight.
Yeah, if Buddy doesn't show up on fight week, then there goes my paycheck too, because they're probably not finding someone to fill in on
Yeah,
short notice.
and I mean that's happened to you a bunch of times too.
Hmm.
So I mean, you're used to it, but it sucks. It sucks
Hmm.
balls